Hello everyone and welcome to my presentation. I will be talking about my research, my experiments and the results of the experiments. My research found that there were a lot of materials that exist and also that materials can be made from organic compounds. Natural and raw materials such as trees, metals and sands can be turned into materials for use. Trees and metal can be processed to give us materials, and sand can also be processed to give us glass. A lot of material is found to be wasted or scrapped, and these materials sometimes cannot be recycled. So a solution to this waste problem is to develop organic materials that have a possibility of dissolving and being environmentally friendly. I created a journal to show how different materials mixed can make an organic compound structure for manufacture. The experiments below were recorded and tested, and each of them had different or similar results. Experiment 1 was a base test to see the strengths of soil and water mixed together with other natural materials. The test shows it dries quickly but is very weak and still brittle. Experiment 2 used sand, seeds, water and aloe gel, and it also dried well. It had a hard shell but it could also be easily broken. Experiment 3 used organic honey, sand, seeds, flour-made glue and charcoal. This experiment showed good results as it had strong bonding properties and could withstand its own weight under a drop test. Experiment 4 used rice flour, honey, aloe juice, water and charcoal. It was only 25% cured on the outside and the inside was still wet after 3 days. A drop test showed that it cracks easily but it still remained intact. Experiment 5 used organic flour, water, seeds, aloe juice and gelatin powder. This experiment showed good results and the drop test showed it can withstand its own weight and applied forces such as throwing and still have no issues. The downside to this experiment was that it was very sticky and may cause molding issues. Experiment 6 showed the same results as experiment 5. The changes in this compound were that wood glue was used with sand to test the difference between the organic experiments and how different it is to the non-organic experiment. Experiment 7 showed average bonding and strength properties. It was 60 to 70% cured after 3 days, and the drop test showed that this experiment's mixture made it more bouncy than the other experiments. Experiment 8 involved using string similarly to how metal is placed inside concrete for reinforcement. The experiment failed and the string only allowed for air pockets while curing and therefore made the item weak and crumble. Experiment 9 was the slowest to cure. After 3 days, roughly 15% had only cured and it was still sticky. Experiment 10 was similar to experiment 5, but the change was that instead of flour, rice flour was used to see if it makes a difference. The results show it is less sticky and it may be better for molding. The results in conclusion show that experiments 3, 5, 6 and 7 are the best choices to go forward in this project. From these compounds a structure or object can be made. Thank you.